Greetings, YouTube. I'm going to level with you right now. I was on a date tonight. I know some people might find that hard to believe. They might say, Prof, you can't even get a date on your calendar. And you know what? Maybe most of the time they're right. But tonight was different. So I was away from Marvel Contest of Champions. I was away from my email, from Twitter, from Line. I was trying to make believe for a night that my life didn't revolve around a mobile video game as a 32-year-old man, because that's completely normal. But when I opened my communication after said date had ended, my inbox was full of two different kinds of messages. One was those of you continuing to send me feedback about how Alliance War somehow got way worse than before and you hated it before it changed. And the other thing is this tweet. Mr. Terry Lane, at Marvel Champions, at Dork Lessons. Let's go, guys. This appears to be the Nexus Abyss Crystal. I'm saying that because I only see three champions, and they're all three of one class, in this case the Mutant class. And it appears that this summoner, who has a SIG 60 6-star Domino, holla, got himself a brand spanking new 6-star Omega Red. I know summoners who submitted similar videos, some of which I've shown, some of which I haven't yet, to my channel. They wanted Omega Red, and they got Omega Red. He seems to, on paper right now, be the top most sought-after champ, paired with, say, a 6-star Mutant gem if you're lucky enough to get it, or certainly the generic gem you get for 100% exploring the Abyss. But Dork Lessons, this guy, he may not be a baseball player per se, but he likes to throw his curveballs anyway. Because when you scroll down and you look at this tweet, which Mr. Lagacy retweeted, instead of congrats, Omega Red is amazing, he said, I would have gone Maggie, as in, Magneto. And then a bunch of emojis where he can't tell us exactly why. Well, he may not be able to tell us why. But Dork Lessons, he's the man behind the curtain at Kabam right now. He is our sole access to basically knowing what's about to be leaked. He sees new champions before we hear about them, and he sees new features before we see them. And yes, he does see beta test buffs, or at least maybe the specs of them, before anybody else. Could we live in an era soon where Mr. Terry Lane ends up regretting not picking Magneto and instead picking Omega Red? We know Magneto should be OP, even though Kabam actually nerfed him a little bit way back in patch 12.0. If they could just undo all that and we could see OG Thor back to how he used to be and Doctor Strange, that'd be great. Along with, of course, a request for finally getting a 5-star Wolverine and 5-star Scarlet Witch. That would be great for Kabam Santa to give that to us early, or I guess technically it's the middle now of 2020. And this year, let's just say we deserve some good news. But in the meantime, YouTube, I trust Dork Lessons. I trust that if he is telling this guy he should have gone with Magneto over Omega Red, that we're about to live in a world where Magneto may just be a better 6-star option than who is personally not only the champion I use most in the game, but my favorite champion to fight so many BS defenders: Korg, Domino, Iron Man Infinity War, Omega Red, particularly Awakened with High Sig and Suicide Mastery build, makes those fights, just melts them, makes them easy. Heck, Doctor Doom, he even melts. But maybe, just maybe, we're about to live in a world where Terry thinks, I love Omega Red, but I should have gone with Magneto. The fact that I'm even saying that blows my mind, especially since, that, shall we say, curse of the insomnia is kicking in. It's midnight, after all. But at the same time, it is what it is. I trust Dork Lessons. So let's see in the next month or so if Magneto is about to be the best mutant champion in the 6-star Abyss Crystal. Until then, you two, have a good one. And as always, thanks for watching my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. What a night. The date went well, and then I got back to reality. my Marvel Casino of Champions reality.